My name is Kaylee Witzak. I'm the marketing analyst here with VEITS Group, and I would like to start by welcoming you to our podcast session. Today's podcast will be focused on SyteLine System Assessments. With me today is Grant Clark, a business analyst specializing in application training, project management, and EDI analysis. Grant's experience and high skill level have proven to be valuable assets for our team. Grant, if you don't mind, I would like to get right into asking you questions pertaining to SyteLine System Assessments. So Grant, what is a SyteLine System Assessment?
So a SyteLine System Assessment is when a VEITS Group team member comes on site to meet with different functional groups and to get a sense of how the ERP is currently being used. From there, they can identify possible changes that might improve the overall use and experience for the client.
How can I decide if my company would benefit from a system assessment?
Well, VEITS has conducted multiple system assessments over the years and has seen a variety of different scenarios where customers have benefited. Some of these benefits have been from multiple areas in the company, or the majority coming from one main portion. Each manufacturer is different, and getting an idea of the company's industry, their goals, different processes lets the VEITS team member see how SyteLine might be tailored to perform to its best for that particular business.
So then, how is it conducted? Is it on site, and for how long?
Typically, we do 2 days on site where we'll meet with each functional group. This usually takes 1 to 2 hours depending on which department and what else is being utilized with the system.
Are there usually areas that you focus on more so than others?
Typically, we like to look at each area of the business that SyteLine touches. Of course, there are times when the client is aware of issues in a certain area. From there, we'll spend more time in that one area so that the final report addresses those concerns. The main goals are to discuss the current business processes, expectations from the system, and any customizations that might have been done or that the management feels are worth looking into. We'll also discuss any add-on products that the client currently has or is thinking about moving forward with. Also, there are always some general questions that we get, such as, can we set it up to do this? Is there a faster way to do that? Most of the basic questions can be answered on site during the assessment. While the more complex ones will be brought back to the senior consultants for more analysis. This is also why we'll request to have the IT manager attend the meetings, because we want to stay on track and get everything assessed in the small window of time that we have.
Are there any key people or departments you'd need to meet with?
Yeah, so during an assessment, we like to meet with the head of each department or at least one user from each department with the most SyteLine knowledge. While meeting, we'll have them walk us through how SyteLine is currently being used, what's working for them, what's not working for them, any changes that might need to be made for their business, or just things they might ask, is there a way to do this? Things like that. We do need to meet with a rep from each department to get an idea how it's currently in use. With that being said, I recommend that everyone is made fully aware that this is not a sit-down meeting where they're going to be asked gotcha questions or told they're doing things incorrectly. We're there to try and see how we can make SyteLine work better for everyone, and so the company gets the best possible return on investment.
So, what can the customer actually expect to gain from an assessment?
Yeah, so each company is unique, and from that, so is each assessment. Typically, we'll see different business processes that might need reworked, or just some additional guidance could be added. There can be actual system issues, hardware needs, customizations, and training recommendations, to mention a few. Within the submitted report, we'll list everything that we feel is working properly, and then any areas that we think can be improved. System assessments are a broad review of how SyteLine is being used and what can be done to improve performance in every area. If a client feels that one area in particular needs addressed, a system assessment might not be the best approach. From there, having a VEITS team member that focuses in that specific area could come on site and consult with that department.
Does it matter what version of SyteLine they're on?
No, VEITS Group can do assessments on any version of SyteLine. We have a very strong background on both the functional and technical aspects of all versions of the system.
Does the client need to prepare anything before the on-site visit?
Yes, we ask that each user or manager from the different departments come with a list of process questions and or issues, reports that they run daily, weekly, monthly, and how their department is faring with the current system. This should be an open conversation where there are no wrong answers and no pressure. Again, we ask that the IT manager be present for the full 2 days and to assist with these conversations.
What are the next steps taken following the on-site visit?
Yeah, typically 2 weeks following the on-site visit, we'll submit the assessment report to the management team and then follow up to schedule a meeting to discuss the various findings and elaborate on the listed suggestions and recommendations in the report.
Well then, what's needed to get started?
Yeah, you probably want to speak with one of the VEITS group account managers about setting up a call to discuss your company's needs, and then from there they walk you through the next steps in conducting assessment with VEITS group.
Grant, thank you for your time today. Thanks again for listening to our podcast recording. Just a reminder, VEITS Group is a professional services consulting firm with expertise in SyteLine. If you have any questions pertaining to SyteLine or need assistance, please contact VEITS Group toll-free at 877-834-8702 or email us at info@veitsgroup.com.